So you just got your PCS orders to JBLM and now you're 47 tabs deep trying to figure out where to live. And someone in your unit mentioned Puyallup, and maybe someone else mentioned DuPont, and your spouse is Googling best schools near JBLM at midnight, and you're watching YouTube trying to figure out if any of it is actually true. Hopefully this video will save you some time. My name's Kennon. I'm a South Sound local real estate agent here, and I work with military families relocating to this region every single week. And in the next few minutes, I'm gonna give you the honest breakdown on Puyallup when you're PCSing to JBLM. We'll talk about the commute, we'll talk about the neighborhoods, the schools, what homes actually cost, and who this city is the right fit for. And I'll tell you right now, Puyallup is genuinely great for the right family, but it's not the right call for everyone PCSing to JBLM. And I'll tell you who it works for and who it doesn't, so you don't accidentally make a $600,000 mistake. First, a quick orientation for people who have never been here. Puyallup, yes, it's pronounced Puyallup, not whatever else somebody thinks it's pronounced as. I've heard it pronounced tons of different ways. It's Puyallup. And your unit will probably test you on this, and that's okay. It's a city of about 43,000 people here in Pierce County, about 10 miles southeast of Tacoma and 35 miles south of Seattle. And the name comes from the Puyallup tribe of Native Americans, and it means the generous people. And I've lived in this region my whole life, and I would say that the generous people thing actually tracks. Here's what Puyallup is known for beyond the military connection. The Washington State Fair used to be called the Puyallup Fair. Now it's called the Washington State Fair. Every September, over 1 million people come to Puyallup for what is the largest annual event in the state of Washington. It's a big deal. The whole city knows when fair season is because, well, traffic gets exciting in a very specific way. Beyond the fair, you've got a really charming historic downtown. You have solid suburban neighborhoods, especially on the South Hill Plateau, Bradley Lake Park. You have easy access to Mount Rainier. You have a community that has a large established military population already. So you won't feel like the new kid on the block because there are a lot of new kids on the block every PCS cycle. Okay, let's talk about the commute because this is the first question most people ask and the number that makes or breaks Puyallup as a choice. Puyallup is east of JBLM, not south or north, which means you're not using I-5 for most of the commute. And that is a really big deal. I-5 near JBLM during morning PT release and evening rush can be genuinely painful. Puyallup largely sidesteps that problem. So here's the breakdown based on where in Puyallup you land. South Hill and Frederickson, this is the southern plateau of Puyallup and the closest area to JBLM. So if you're near Canyon Road or 176th, you're routing through Eastgate and your commute is gonna be 12 to 25 minutes depending on the time of day. And that's a very manageable commute. Downtown Puyallup, the northern part of the city, this is the historic area near the fairgrounds. Commute from here to JBLM runs more like 25 to 40 minutes. That's still doable, but it's noticeably longer than South Hill. The honest caveat, Puyallup covers a large geographic area and your commute depends heavily on which specific pocket you're in. Homes near Canyon Road in the south have a completely different commute reality than a house near downtown. So when you're looking at listings, check the actual drive to Eastgate at 6 a.m., not just the Google Maps estimate at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday. One more thing about the commute that most people miss, if your spouse works in Tacoma or Seattle, Puyallup is excellent for that. The Sounder commuter train runs through downtown Puyallup to Tacoma and Seattle. So for dual income military families where one person commutes to a civilian job north, that train is a legitimate quality of life upgrade. Now let's talk a little bit about money because basic allowance for housing and home prices need to actually work together for this to make sense. BAH for JBLM is calculated on the Tacoma area rate. Depending on your rank and dependency status, you're looking at a BAH that ranges from roughly $1,800 to $2,800 per month as a ballpark. Of course, it's different depending on your rank and it's different for different people. But the current median home price in Puyallup as of 2026 is approximately $625,000, according to Redfin's March 2026 data. And that is up about 1% from last year. And the market is pretty competitive right now. Homes are going pending in around 24 days, with hot homes moving in under 2 weeks. For a VA loan purchase, which I highly recommend if you're eligible and you haven't used it yet, Puyallup at $625,000 median is pretty workable for most E6 and above, especially with the no down payment benefit removing the biggest barrier to entry. What does $550,000 to $650,000 get you in Puyallup right now? Well, in South Hill, you're gonna get a newer 3 to 4 bedroom single family home, 1,800 to 2,400 square feet, decent yard, garage, often in a well-maintained, planned community. And these neighborhoods were largely built in the last 20 years and the quality shows. In historic downtown Puyallup, you're gonna see older construction with more character, craftsman styles, mature trees, walkable to a lot of local restaurants and shops, probably some more personality, and potentially the need for more maintenance. If $625,000 feels like a stretch, you can look at the Graham area, which is just south of Puyallup, and there you'll find more square footage for less money, a slightly longer commute, but the lifestyle is similar and you're definitely gonna feel some savings in that area. So discussing the schools just a little bit, Puyallup School District, this is one of the more positively reviewed districts in Pierce County for military families. It has a Purple Star designation, meaning the district actively supports military connected students going through transitions. And that really matters a lot because your kids switching schools mid-year is probably already stressful enough without the district being unprepared for it. There's over 20 schools in the district covering elementary through high school. Shaw Road Elementary is frequently cited as a standout. Puyallup High School and Rogers High School are the main high school options. And for families with younger kids, the park system here is genuinely good. You have Bradley Lake Park, which is a 59-acre park with a lake and trails and playgrounds. You have Pioneer Park downtown, which is a well-maintained and it's very active all year round. Talking about crime a little bit, Puyallup sits in the 77th percentile nationally for safety, meaning it's safer than 77% of US cities. For a suburban community its size, that's a solid number that most families will feel pretty safe in. So who is Puyallup actually right for? If you're PCSing to JBLM, Puyallup's your city if you're stationed at the McCord side of JBLM or on the north end of Lewis, Maine. Your commute from South Hill is genuinely short. If you want newer suburban housing, you have school-age kids, you value a strong local community feel, and your spouse either works locally or can use the Sounder for a commute north, that's going to be a great option for you. Puyallup will be a really good place for you to live. Puyallup might not be your best option if you're working the southern end of Fort Lewis, closer to the Nisqually Gate, because that puts you in a 35 to 45 minute commute territory from most of Puyallup. Cities like DuPont, Lacey, or Yelm would start to make more logical sense if you're in that area, or if your budget is a little bit tighter and you need to maximize square footage for BAH, Graham and Spanaway will stretch your dollar a lot further. And if you're completely open to the South Sound without a strong reason to anchor to Puyallup specifically, I'd encourage you to also look at Lacey and the Olympia corridor. The commute is comparable from the right part of Lacey. The schools are strong in that area, and the community also has an incredible military civilian fabric that a lot of families don't expect when they first get orders here. PCSing is one of the most logistically intense things that a family goes through, and Getting the housing decision right, especially when you're doing it from 2,000 miles away on a tight timeline, makes everything else easier. I put together a free South Sound military relocation guide that covers every major city near JBLM, commute times, home prices, BAH comparisons, school district breakdowns, and the honest pros and cons of each area. It's in this description. It's completely free, no strings attached. And if you want to talk through your specific situation, rank, timeline, budget, what your family actually needs, reach out to me directly. I work with military families on PCS timelines regularly, and I know how to move fast when orders have a hard date. You've got this. Drop any questions in the comments. I read every single one. I will personally respond. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.